stars. It's week 5. You are almost halfway there, guys. This is the 5th chapter of 10. So this week you're going to read chapter 5. I hope that you've been able to keep up and you finished all of your requirements, all of your assignments You're working on your recruit that you need this month. I really want you to get a recruit. Please, guys, come on. And after this week, there's no way you won't have a recruit. I promise you. If you do what I say, you will have a recruit. What else? All the assignments are done. You've got your 500 PRV. You're almost there. You're working super hard. Okay, so here we go. Chapter 5. So this chapter is all about power prospecting. Basically, in a nutshell, it's how many people do you talk to? So I always know when people come to me and they're like, I've done it all. No, you haven't. You haven't talked to enough people. If you talk to enough people, you will sponsor people. Period. Now, I will say that I have learned over the years that not everybody is, I don't know how to put this. It's because I don't want to say not everybody is as good at it, because that's not what I want to say. Not everybody is as powerful of I can't do it. I can't come up with words. So I need Emily Bain here. She usually finishes my sentences for me when I get stuck. But not everybody can just go out and sponsor people. Not everybody has the same enthusiasm. Not everybody has the same personality. So sometimes it takes a little more. Honestly, I find that those people who have a really hard time recruiting or sponsoring new team members, go to a party for the person. That's what I have found has worked really great for people. If you do a party for them, then they will want to join your team because they'll see how simple and easy it is. So when you go into their party, especially a home party, you're going to walk in and you're going to have a simple display. You only needed to take one trip out to the car. You don't have a ton of product. You are just ready to go. And you're set up. You're there to help. You greet everybody. You make it fun. The hostess looks at you and says, oh my gosh, that was super easy. That's all she did? Or even a basket party. Even if you can't get them to do a home party, but you can get them to do a basket party, then that's for me. Those are the people I flip the easiest because I say, I feel guilty taking this and making a commission from this when you did all the work. This is your party. You sold this stuff. You were the consultant. So I would love to gift this party to you or half of this party to you to get you started off on the right foot. So again, it's all about who you talk to, how many you talk to, how often you talk to them, follow up. Okay, so that's basically what she talks about. She talks about in this chapter reaching out to 5 people a day. 5 people a day. It's like an apple a day keeps the doctor away. 5 people a day keeps your business strong. That doesn't rhyme, I know. But you guys have to reach out to many, many people. I want to tell you, I went and wrote down just because it's kind of interesting. She gives you so many awesome ideas in this chapter of people to talk to, people to reach out to, people to go visit, all of these amazing people. So I was interested after reading this again. I wanted to see who are my first 10 people that joined my team that are still in Scentsy. So I've had probably thousands of people join my team. Personally, no, I bet it's not 1,000. I bet it's, I don't know how many, but I've personally sponsored, it's a lot. Hundreds for sure. But the ones that are still here on my team, so the first 10. So I wanted to tell you about them and where I met them because I thought, well, that's kind of interesting because maybe that will help you somehow. So my very first recruit was Patty Lynch. She's still with us. And I met her at a home party. She saw how easy and how much everybody loved the product that she had that I could do this moment. She watched me and it's exactly what you want. She is the classic reason why people join Scentsy. My second person, her name was Lorraine. Her name is Lorraine. She is my neighbor's hairdresser. So my neighbor got into a conversation with Lorraine about Scentsy while she was cutting her hair because my neighbor knew that I was working on building a business because I took the time to share with my neighbor that this business was so great and could she please keep an eye open and when she had conversations with people or maybe if they talked about needing some extra money to please bring up my name. And she did. My third person is Emily. Emily Bain from Maine, star director. So Emily I met at a home party. Emily, it was her best friend's home party. Emily, again, watched me and thought, this is kind of easy. This girl can do this. She's making some money. And so Emily approached her best friend and said, because I was trying to get her best friend to join my team, and she just didn't seem interested. She ended up doing it later, but she didn't seem interested. And Emily said, well, if you're not going to join, I'm going to join. So Emily joined under me, and then her best friend ended up joining under her. My fourth person is a girl named Christy. Christy was under somebody else when she joined, and she was from a sports team. This person met her through I can't remember if it was soccer or cheering. It was one of those two. So she was met through that way, that avenue, through a sports person. So it's expensive to play sports. So that's a great place. One of my favorite stories is a lady named Sandy. She used to go to every single football game. Football was huge where she was. She'd go to every single football game, and that's where she'd put her samples together. So she'd bring her wax samples. She'd bring her little baggies, her labels, and she'd sit there on the bleachers and make them, and people would be like, what is that smell? It smells so good. And she would just start handing them out, and it was a great way to get her samples out, but she looked like she was just there to work. Okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is Karina. I met Karina at a vendor event. I did a vendor event. She came to my table. It was a very simple vendor event. She booked a party. I went to her house. I did a party. She watched me, and she said, I could do this. So she signed up. So another home party, which came from a vendor event. My next person is Erin. Erin, same thing, was under someone else. She met her at school. So that was a connection from a school. So she was a teacher, and my friend said, hey, I know somebody who's blah, 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 blah. So she was a teacher. Okay, my next to the last one is Melanie Hall. Melanie Hall is my Frontline Superstar Director. You may have heard this story before. She came from my $8 party. So I went to a party for someone that Eric went to high school with, way up in northern Maine. Didn't know her, showed up. I wasn't feeling too good about how the party was going to go, and it was a flop. She had pre-warned me, but I didn't cancel. I said, it's okay. Keep trying to get people to come. Well, they didn't come. So one person was there. It was her babysitter. Her babysitter really wanted a room spray, and she couldn't afford it. So she borrowed the $8 from the hostess to buy the room spray. That was her only sale at her party. I left her with a basket party. I coached her where to go, what to do. I spent a lot of time with her. Guys, hostess coaching can make or break you. So if you just hand on the stuff and go, you're not going to get much unless you're really, really lucky. But if you keep checking in and giving them ideas, so I would check in with her, and she would listen to my ideas. I would say, hey, go to a hair salon where you go get your hair done. Go to your dental office, bring the stuff in and say, hey, have you guys seen this stuff? Okay, so she ended up joining my team after this basket party, and so she posted on Facebook, this girl posted on Facebook, my house smells really great, yours could too. And Melanie Hall, I believe her husband Ron saw the post and was like, what is this stuff? And said, Melanie, come take a look at this. Melanie contacted her. She joined this girl's team. This girl is no longer in Scentsy. Melanie is my Frontline Superstar Director. Best story ever. Okay, last person of 10 is Miss Jill McCarthy. Have you guys ever heard that name? Jill McCarthy is also my Frontline Superstar Director. I met Jill because, again, at a home party, there was this cute, adorable girl. I was playing my card game. You guys all probably know what my card game is. Playing the card game. And at the very end of the game, I said, okay, anybody who would like to book a party, I'll give you 4 cards right now. And this girl raised her hand and she said, what if I join your team right now? And I said, I'll give you 8 cards. And so she said, okay. So I mean, this is literally on the spot in the middle of the home party. So this girl joined on the computer of the hostess that night right there. And she won the prize, by the way. But so she joined that night, and she knew Jill McCarthy because they went to high school together. So Jill McCarthy joined under her. That girl is no longer with Scentsy. Jill McCarthy stayed and is my Frontline Superstar Director. So I just wanted to share with you where these people come from. It's not always people who join you. So you want to work with your team members, my point here, just as much as you try to recruit and sponsor people. You want to work with your team members and explain to them how important it is, because you never know. They might not stay, but the person under them might be your Frontline Superstar Director like Melanie Hall and Jill McCarthy. Actually, Pam Willett is a third Frontline Superstar Director. And guess what? I didn't recruit her. Somebody else did. And she rolled up to me. So guys, it's all about contacting people. Okay, So like I said, Sarah gives so many amazing ideas of where to find people. You can see all my highlighting. I love this chapter. And another thing that she talks about is social media, which I always like to bring that up because I just cringe so often on what I see people post on social media. Oh, I just want to take you guys and shake you and say, no, 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 don't do it. It ruins your business, people. Don't post negative stuff and don't blast Scentsy all the time. She talks about mix it up. Throw in a Scentsy post every few days. I don't post a lot about Scentsy on my social media, but one great story that I love is Emily Bain was trying to earn the cruise to Europe, and she never hardly posts on Facebook, just very rarely, and she finally did a plead. I need your help. I need help booking. I need help with sales because I am almost on this not Caribbean cruise. I'm almost on this European cruise on the most amazing cruise ship ever. I need your help. She got $700 in orders because she doesn't abuse her Facebook page. She uses it as needed. So keep them light. Don't do a lot. One last point I want to make about when you're sponsoring people, when you're talking to people about joining your team, don't judge. Do not judge. I thought I knew exactly who the perfect Scentsy consultants were. And let me tell you how many times I've been proven wrong. How many times has this quiet little meek person that I'm like, oh, she's so sweet. You know, she'll do a little bit. She might do a basket party or two. Becomes a superstar director, or oh my gosh, this lady is going to be a superstar director in 8.9 days because she is unbelievable. She's told me already she has 16 people lined up to join her team. She already has 50 million parties booked. And then 3 months later, I'm sending her a text saying, oh my gosh, if you don't put 200 in by the end of the night, you're not going to be a Scentsy consultant anymore. So don't judge. You don't know who's great and who will be great at Scentsy and who won't. Okay, let's talk about your assignments. Here's my paper. Chapter 5. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. All you have to do is go online and print off a blank calendar, okay? So for the current month, you're going to print off a calendar. You guys are going to start contacting 5 people a day about joining your team. It's going to be a short a short message that you send to them. Very short. You don't want a paragraph because people like me aren't going to read your paragraph. It needs to be super duper short. And I know that that's challenging because you have so much that you want to say. You could just basically say, hey, I'd really like to talk to you about the Scentsy opportunity. You are exactly the kind of person that I want on my team. Can we chat? Something like that. Not the compensation plan, no information. Just inspiration. You are inspiring them. You are complimenting them. Simple, simple, simple. So either I would prefer a text to their phone because it seems to me a text is a little more personal than a PM, but definitely a PM will work. So you're going to print off this calendar, and I just started mine real quick, but you're going to write down 5 names a day starting on the date on that date. So go ahead and fill out your calendar for a month. And then you can take your little, you know me, I love highlighters. Do you guys ever hear me talk about how much I love highlighters? And I'm always looking for cool new, at least this one is kind of boring. Well, it's actually kind of fun because it's not just a regular old circle one. It's kind of like a great little shape, so I like it. So as you contact the person, what I do, because I love colors, I will highlight them in yellow once I reach out to them. And then once they respond, I will highlight them in pink or orange, and that shows me, because it turns it orange, that they have responded back to me. And then I would probably circle them if they are a prospect, if they are somebody that I'm going to keep talking to. So this is one of your assignments, assignment number 1. Okay. Then what you're going to do is, this is fun, but you're going to hate me. You're going to do a salon or a spa drop-off this week. So embarrassing. I've done it. It's hard. I know. So you're going to get a warmer, and you're going to get, I like to make a little baggie of wax, and I like to put 3 cubes of a clean scent, like, and not your favorite, popular scent. So I would either do, like By the Sea or Clean Breeze, whatever's current, Clothesline, something White Tea Cactus, something cleanish. Okay, White Tea Cactus is a little floral. but just something, a really popular clean scent. And then I would also do a fruity scent. And our black raspberry vanilla, sweet pea vanilla, perfectly pomegranate, those are like our all-time favorites. I personally do black raspberry vanilla. And I put 3 cubes in a different baggie. And then in the third baggie, I put baked apple pie. Because who doesn't love the smell of a baked apple pie? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to give them 3 choices. That way you're not forcing them to smell something that they don't like. So you're going to bring them a little warmer, an old warmer that you have laying around, or it might even be right out of your house. You're going to bring it to them. You're going to give them these 3 little bars of wax. You're going to say, you're going to say, can I just leave? This is like a Scentsy, like it's a, what does Becca call it? Not a Scentsy delivery, whatever. I just wanted to brighten your day. I just wanted to leave this with you for 24 to 48 hours, probably 48. Leave it there for 2 days. And just let your place smell good. And then, so it's like a gift. You can bring it to, like I said, salon, spa, anything. And then, don't even talk to them about sales at all. Just drop it off. And then when you pick it up is when you have conversations. So typically they will say, oh my gosh, everybody loved this. And everybody wanted your business card. And actually what you can do is leave 1 business card and say, just in case you need me and you need to ask any questions or anything, here's my business card. And then they'll be smart enough that if people want your information, they can either write it down or they can photocopy it or something. But you're going to do 1 salon drop off. This is your first of many that you'll do, because this is how we get our business out there. This is how we get our names out there. Okay. So you're going to do that. Now, you are also going to join 2 Facebook groups on Facebook, obviously, for 2 things that you have interest in. So, for example, I was a dental hygienist, so I might go find a dental hygiene Facebook group. And I might even say, in New England, I'm going to go join that group. And then I coached cheerleading for a long time, so I might, there's an NCA or a UCA affiliation, so I might say NCA, UCA, or UCA cheerleading, I was a judge too, a coach. And I might go join that. And I'm just going to go in those every single day, and I'm going to comment nothing about Scentsy. I'm going to comment, I'm going to ask questions, I'm going to engage for a week or 2. And then in that time, I'm going to build relationships. Do you know how many people have built their Scentsy businesses on Facebook group pages just by engaging and building relationships? So there's that assignment. Your final assignment is you're going to make recruiting packets. You're going to carry them with you forever from now on for the rest of your Scentsy life. So I put together a couple of samples. I like to keep it simple. You guys may already made your story cards. Mine came in, so it's simple. Just this little, my picture, my story on the back. So here's a simple recruiting packet. Okay, I put it together. So what's in it? I put the host join brochure, my story card. I give a scent circle. You don't have to do the scent circle. You could leave the scent circle out. You could put that all together, make it cute. And I literally staple it. So I include the scent circle. But like I said, if you don't have the money to give out scent circles, I would much rather you be giving these out. Don't put a scent circle on every one. Try that. Just put it on some of them, on like, when you're judging and you're saying, oh, I think she'd be really good, which I don't want you to do, but sometimes you kind of know. But give these out freely, but don't worry about this. If you can't afford this scent circle, please, I would much rather you be giving these out 10 a week at a minimum and not having the scent circle on it. So this is kind of a quick, super easy, that's all you got to give. You could even stick this inside. The other thing you could do is get a product sheet or probably a product sheet. I would probably wrap up the product, fold up the product sheet and add that in. Put a staple. I put this on the front because it's cuter. I'd probably put it right there so that, just like that. So staple that and put these in. And I like to put them in like a little envelope in my purse so they don't get all ratty looking. So put them securely, safely somewhere in your bag that you walk around with. These need to be with you every day, everywhere you go. When you walk into the gas station, hand one out. When you walk in, anything, everywhere you go, hand them out. You're in the drive-thru at McDonald's or Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, hand it to the person in the window. Okay, so that's that. And then a more fancy one, if you want to have some really a few special ones in the back, here's a more fancy way that I do it. So I made these on Vistaprint. Again, you can do anything you want. And it says, believe in yourself. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are worth it. I believe in you. The butterfly effect is the phenomenon where one small change in a complex system can have large effects everywhere. Be a Scentsy butterfly, make the world a better place. So I just printed that on on a butterfly template that they already had at Vistaprint. And on the back, I write a little note, and I leave room to write their name. And it says, thank you so much for requesting info on becoming a Scentsy consultant, if they did request. I would love the opportunity to work with you. Can't wait to hear back from you. Love, Jen Audette. Okay? So I take that. Honestly, whatever you have. I buy these, I think they're 5x7, just white envelopes. And I would put, so I put that, I'd put either a catalog or a showcase brochure, folded in half, scent circle again, my story card again, my magnetic business card so they don't throw it away, my host join brochure, anything you have, okay? And if I was using this, I would fold it in half. And I put this all in my white envelope. And I either do whatever you want on the front, but don't hand it to them boring like this. You can use your scent of the month stickers if you have any. You can get some fun, just like whatever, have a great day stickers. Get some stamps, stamp it. Use some washi tape it. Just make it cute and more and interesting, okay? So, all right, that's it. I know this is 20 minutes long. I'm super sorry. I hate to keep you guys that long. But this is going to be a fantastic week. This is your pivotal week. This week, you will recruit somebody, right? I want to hear it. Say it with me right now. Hold up your fingers. I was a Girl Scout, so I do the 3-finger thing. I will sponsor a new person this week. Bam. All right, love you guys. Keep working hard.